Hey guys, this is Mega Amster, and yeah, we had a new Pokemon Presents. Is that what they called it? Yeah, Pokemon Presents today to celebrate the 25th anniversary, which I believe the exact day is tomorrow from when Red and Green were released in Japan. So that's exciting. Can't believe it's been 25 years. Um, yeah, I just kind of wanted to. I did react to this. Well, I didn't do a reaction. I didn't record a reaction, but I did watch it live this morning, and I thought it was pretty good. There were definitely some exciting things to kind of look over and kind of discuss in this video, which is why I wanted to make like just a very brief kind of impressions video of kind of what I thought. So I figured we start with the three big things. Obviously, are new Pokemon Snap, the Diamond and Pearl remakes. What is it again? It's oh crap, I can't even think. I don't. I'm really not a big fan of the Diamond, Brilliant Diamond. I think it's okay. Shining Pearl, I like though. If I'm gonna pick up any one of them, it's gonna be that. Probably just based off the name alone, but depends on what the different games offer. But maybe I'll get that. And then of course, Pokemon Legends Arceus looks really good. But yeah, let's just kind of dive into here. I'm just gonna let this play in the background. It's a little loud on my end. I don't know if it's loud for you guys, so I'm going to lower the volume on my end a bit. But yeah, so no, new Pokemon Snap looks great. Just looking at the screen here, it's just this honestly is going to end up being like one of the best looking Switch games when it comes out in 2 months. I think on April 30th it comes out, so it looks really good. Not really my kind of game, you know. I mean, I'm not really into the whole photography aspect, but it looks really good. I have to admit. Um, yeah, and it's just great to see more news in the game. You know, we're only 2 months away, so hopefully, I hope it does well. One thing I was wondering is the online functionality. How you can share the photos. Is that like within the game, or is it? Can you like connect it to social media? Because I was looking at it and it looks like it's just within the game, which it should be fine. I mean, I'm sure people will get a kick out of it sharing their photos. Look at Alolan Raichu. That's great. Aren't you the greatest? It's yeah, like this game just looks really good, like really good. So yeah, that's I mean I don't really have much more to say. I didn't play the original Pokemon Snap back on the N64, so I couldn't really tell you how this looks compared to the original, but it looks like a really good game, and I'm sure the fans of Pokemon Snap are very excited for it. So I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm just gonna ignore the event things, like whatever the events like. They are what they are. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but like I've played a few of the Generations and Pokemon Tournament. I'm trying to think of what else, but yeah, I enjoy them. So this was good to see, though. I've never played Gen 4, so and I've heard pretty good things about it. This might be my way to play it. Um, the art style is definitely, if you've been on Twitter, you can tell it's very divisive right now. But I think, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know how to put it. I'm not like upset about it at all, but I'm not like super into it. Like I'm just kind of like it's there. It's good as long as the game's good, right? Um, but what's interesting is that the overworld art style, the chibi art style, like you see here for the overworld, is like it's kind of capturing the original look of the older games, like the original Diamond and Pearl. But then you get these battle, models and everything that looks more kind of along the lines of not quite Gen 8. It kind of looks like an in between of Gen 7 and 8. Maybe kind of like Let's Go. Um, I am glad they didn't do like a completely Let's Go remake of these games. Although that kind of would have been interesting to see. I never played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but I mean, part of me wanted to get into them. They looked interesting at least. But no, this looks good, and I mean, I know a lot of people are upset just because of the art style. I mean, they were upset. I know a lot of people have been comparing it to the Link's Awakening remake on Switch. Don't know how I feel about Brilliant Diamond as a name, but Shining Pearl I like. That's a good name. Um, but yeah, like a lot of people came around on the Link's Awakening art style. It's still somewhat divisive, but I think a lot of people have generally accepted it more since it's been out for a couple years now. And I feel like a similar thing's going to happen with Diamond and Pearl. But that's good that they're remaking it. Now we're getting into Legends. This is what I'm really hyped about. Not because it necessarily looks good right now. Like, obviously, it's a little rough. You'll see the frame rate's kind of iffy. They really didn't show off a lot, but the potential is huge with this game. The fact that they're doing this, like, lore-based... This has to be, like, very heavily story-based, I would imagine. You know, it looks like... This is exposition they're doing right now. The fact that Arceus is like the main focus is really cool. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. There's a couple things I really like about this. I kind of tweeted this out earlier, but One, the fact that you'll be able to see here, okay, that's straight up Breath of the Wild. Um, One thing is that you can throw the Pokeballs. Like, you don't even have to, like, walk up to the Pokemon and enter another menu or view or anything. You could literally just throw them. Like, that's so cool. It literally makes this game way more immersive. I think it adds way more immersion than other Pokemon games. I don't know if I would describe other Pokemon games as immersive, but you can see here, like, literally, you can throw the Pokeballs. You can, this camera's, it's like, it's pretty much like using the bow and arrow with Link in Breath of the Wild. I'm curious to see how the aiming is going to work, because I feel like it would be really easy to miss. Right? I'm hoping maybe they add in some kind of targeting reticle. The battles are interesting. Later in the presentation, they show there actually is like a battle HUD menu, like the actual mainline game, so that's cool. But it's really cool to see the trainer and their Pokemon side by side, and kind of the camera twirling around like that in the fight. I think that's really cool. I feel like the mainline games probably did that, but it just looks really nice here. The other thing I really like is right here. They're mixing the starters from the different generations. So you've got Cyndaquil from Gen 2, Oshawott, I think, is Gen 5. Once again, I haven't played Gen 5, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's Gen 5. And then Rowlet from Gen 7. Like, they're obviously, you still got your fire, grass, water types, but they're mixing them up, which is really cool. And of course, you have Arceus in here, which it's going to add a lot of lore, I think. It's really going to add to the lore. I was talking to a friend of mine recently who's really into Pokemon. He was saying maybe somehow they incorporate the Pokemon War in here. The other thing is, because this is called Pokemon Legends Arceus, it's not just called, like, Pokemon Legends. It makes me wonder if this is kind of an experimental thing where it's like, okay, let's see if this works. And if it does, either A, we make more Pokemon Legends games focusing on different Pokemon. Like, what if we got a Pokemon Legends Mewtwo? That would be so cool. I would love a Pokemon Legends Rayquaza, because I love Rayquaza. Or Deoxys. Oh, Deoxys would be cool. If we could find out, like, more of the origin story of Deoxys, I feel like that would be really cool. The other possibility is this could be testing grounds for introducing a more open system, an open world system into the mainline generation games. So maybe this is the testing ground. Maybe not Gen 9. Gen 9 might already be in the works, kinda, and I don't know. Maybe not, honestly, because they're working on, obviously, the remakes. The remakes they're outsourcing to this Ilka company, but the fact that they're working on Legends now, maybe Gen 9's not in the works. But if it isn't, then this could be a proving ground to see, okay, let's see how well this does. And if people really like it, we'll make the mainline generation games like this. And I think it's going to, I mean, it depends on how it shapes up, right? It's so early. It doesn't come out until 2022. So that's why I'm trying to reserve some, like, hype, because, I mean, they didn't show off a lot, and what they showed, it's definitely early. It's still, there's a lot of development and, you know, what's the right word? Like, kind of fixing up they have to do, obviously. They didn't show us much, though, you know? I'm assuming it's going to be pretty heavily story-focused, which I'm personally excited about, because one reason why I haven't gotten to some of the generations is because a lot of it feels the same. Gen 7 I liked because it felt a little different. Like the whole, you know, HM system, getting the badges, it's getting a little old, let's be real. So if they could change and make an open world, story-based Pokemon game like Legends, which assuming won't really have an 8 gym system. They could do like a freaking 8 tribe system. I have no idea. Game Freak and Pokemon Company would find a way, but that's what I'm really excited about. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, like I said, they look really good. I have to debate whether I'm getting it or not. It's going to be the big, I think they said it's November 3rd or 7th or something like that. That's the big holiday game, so that might mean that Breath of the Wild 2 is not this year, like a lot of people are saying. It might actually be next year, which I feel like is pretty likely at this point. But yeah, no, I'm still fairly excited for the Gen 4 remakes. It's good that they're finally coming out. But Legends is just, that stole the show for me, honestly. And new Pokemon Snap looks great. It looks amazing. But we already knew about that. This game, oh, and look at the Pokeballs. They have like the manual latch and everything on them. This is just so cool. This is really going to build a lot of lore behind the games. And I think especially because this one's focusing on Sinnoh, that could lend more credence to the fact that maybe if this sells well, we'll get even more Pokemon Legends games. Maybe this is a side series that we see. And in that case, maybe they're not as big as a mainline Pokemon game, which is honestly fine. If you add the open areas and like new battle mechanics or something, like make it its own thing and make it its own sub-series, that would be so cool. Like, I would be so into that. You know, just the fact that it is open, an open world system is amazing. So I'm really excited for that, but I don't really think there's much else I can say. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good showcase. I've watched some of them here and there in the last few years, and I'd say this is probably one of the better ones. Um, the textures, yeah, there's so much work. You can see there's a lot of work to be done here, but it looks really promising for Legends. Diamond and Pearl remakes look great. New Pokemon Snap looks amazing, but yeah, I'm curious to see how these kind of age over time. I mean, we're gonna hear about them eventually again. Well, new Pokemon Snap's gonna release in 2 months, and then I'm sure we're gonna hear something about the Diamond and Pearl remakes. There's probably gonna be some new side story or something like most of the remakes have, and then we'll hear maybe if they do an E3 thing this year, maybe we'll hear about Legends, but it probably is too soon. But I'm very excited for this. Either way, guys, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Sorry if the camera's a little fuzzy. I don't know how it's gonna look, but trying to work around the setup. So thank you again for watching, and go catch some Pokemans. Go do it right now. Go outside, whip up Pokemon Go, and just play. Do whatever you want. Okay, see ya.